For thousands of years, indigenous communities have held a deep, intricate understanding of the world around them. This isn't just a collection of stories. It's a living, breathing science known as traditional ecological knowledge, or tech. It's a holistic view of the environment, passed down through generations, that teaches respect, reciprocity, and responsibility. Today, a new generation is rising, taking this ancient wisdom and applying it to the most pressing conservation challenges of our time. They are proving that the key to a sustainable future might just lie in the lessons of the past. Across the globe, young indigenous leaders are spearheading incredible initiatives that blend tradition with innovation. Imagine for a moment combining the sharp, trained eye of an elder who can read the land like a book with the high-resolution imagery of a drone soaring overhead. This is exactly what's happening. In the vast landscapes of North America, young conservationists are using GPS technology to map traditional hunting grounds and monitor caribou migrations, cross-referencing their data with oral histories that detail ancient animal behaviors. They're not just collecting data. They're weaving a richer, more complete story of the land. In Australia, young rangers are reviving ancient fire management techniques, known as cultural burning, to prevent catastrophic wildfires and restore native habitats. These cool, controlled burns cleanse the landscape, encourage new growth, and create a mosaic of healthy ecosystems, something modern fire suppression has struggled to achieve. It's a powerful fusion of old and new, driven by a generation that understands both worlds. At the heart of this movement is a sacred exchange, the transfer of knowledge from elder to youth. It's a process that goes far beyond classroom learning. It happens around a campfire, on a hunt, or while gathering medicinal plants. We see elders sharing stories not just about which plants to use, but how to harvest them sustainably, ensuring they'll be there for generations to come. They teach the youth to listen to the land, to observe the subtle cues in animal behavior, the shifting of the seasons, the language of the wind. In these moments, you can feel the weight and beauty of this responsibility being passed on. A young woman in the Amazon learns from her grandmother how to identify hundreds of different plant species, understanding their roles in both medicine and the wider forest ecosystem. A young man in the Arctic learns from his grandfather how to read the ice, a skill that is becoming even more critical in a rapidly changing climate. These young people are not just students. They are becoming living libraries, the future guardians of this invaluable knowledge. They are stepping into their roles as the next generation of conservation leaders, with a profound connection to their heritage and a fierce determination to protect it. Let's look at some real-world examples of these incredible youth-led projects. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, young indigenous leaders are using digital mapping tools to protect their ancestral lands and sacred forests from illegal logging and mining. They patrol their territories, documenting encroachments with GPS-enabled cameras, and use this evidence to advocate for their rights on a global stage. Their work isn't just about protecting trees. It's about defending a way of life that is intrinsically linked to the forest. Meanwhile, in the coastal regions of the Pacific Northwest, youth from the Salish communities are leading efforts to restore traditional clam gardens. These ancient aquaculture systems, which were suppressed for generations, are now being revived. By building rock walls in the intertidal zone, they create ideal habitats for clams, increasing food security for their communities while also enhancing local biodiversity. This hands-on work reconnects them with the practices of their ancestors and empowers them to manage their own marine resources sustainably. From the arid plains of Africa, where young Maasai are using mobile apps to track lion movements and reduce human-wildlife conflict, to the mountains of Southeast Asia, where youth are reforesting sacred groves, these case studies show a global movement in action. They are powerful testaments to the adaptability and resilience of traditional ecological knowledge in the 21st century. But this journey is not without its obstacles. Young indigenous conservationists often face a steep uphill battle. They grapple with a severe lack of funding and resources, often working on a volunteer basis with limited equipment. They also fight for recognition from mainstream conservation organizations and government agencies, which have historically undervalued or ignored indigenous knowledge systems. There is also the profound challenge of cultural loss and the immense pressure to bridge the gap between their elders' world and the modern one. Sometimes the very languages that hold the keys to this knowledge are themselves endangered. Yet, despite these hurdles, their triumphs are monumental. Every acre of forest protected, every species brought back from the brink, every young person reconnected with their culture is a victory. Their success is measured not just in data points, but in the renewed pride within their communities, the strengthening of cultural identity, and the tangible healing of the land. The positive impact they have ripples outward, creating healthier ecosystems and more resilient communities. Their persistence is a powerful source of hope, demonstrating a model of conservation that is both effective and just. So, what have we seen? We've seen that traditional ecological knowledge is not a relic of the past, but a dynamic living science crucial for our planet's future. We've seen a new generation of passionate, innovative indigenous youth who are not just preserving this wisdom, but revitalizing it, blending it with modern tools to tackle today's environmental crises. They are the bridge between ancient understanding and future solutions. Their work in wildlife management, habitat restoration, and climate adaptation offers a powerful alternative to conventional conservation models, one rooted in respect, reciprocity, and a deep, holistic connection to the earth. The message is clear. Supporting these young leaders is one of the most effective investments we can make in a sustainable future. So, let's amplify their voices, support their projects, and advocate for policies that recognize and empower their role as essential guardians of our planet. Let us ensure that traditional ecological knowledge is given the respect and platform it deserves in the global conversation about conservation. Thank you so much for watching. If you were inspired by these stories, please like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread the word.